is electronic rhythm that
A distant scream for my nightmare.
All right, everyone, welcome back to the Underground Movement Show, presented to you by electronicrhythm.com. We had a really great show the other day. We have our main DJ that was there playing, and we're going to have her set for you coming on after this interview. She gave us a great look into how she plays, the style she plays, and she had the crowd really having fun and dancing. She's also a community builder. She has a lot. She wears many hats. She's creator of Deep Playa NYC. She goes by Daniela, and she's also the creator of Shakti. Daniela, how you doing? Welcome to the Underground Movement Show.
Hey, George. Thank you so much for having me. Pleasure to be here. I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm good. Thanks. I hope I got all that right. I wanted to get your intro good. It's
Yes,
just that
you
you
did.
have a long list, but I also wanted the listeners to know that you're not just one person. You're not just a DJ. You do a lot of things.
Yes, totally. A lot of, when you're just a creative type, it just kind of comes out in all different ways,
Of course, yes, exactly. Your brain just keeps going and you are like, now I want to do this, now I want to do that. And you want to curate each project perfectly because you just don't want to say, I'm just going to do this and just let it go. No, you want it to come out the best quality that you could create. So,
Yeah.
right. So let's start from the beginning, since maybe that way we could go into how you started all these different avenues. How'd you get into electronic music?
Gosh, yeah. Well, I grew up here in New Jersey and my parents are both from Sicily. And in Europe, dance music has been popular for forever, and
Okay.
so we would go there every summer. We used to have a house there. And Eurodance was all over the place. So I got really early exposure to dance music and I always really, really loved it. So even before the age of 10. But then my brother and I, growing up here in Jersey, we literally would listen to the radio, like Z100 or KTU, not because we liked the music that was regularly playing, but because when there was the weather report or the traffic report, they would play techno tracks like as the background music. Yeah. So we would literally record the weather report and the traffic report because we knew they were going to play some banging techno, and we would take the cassette to Sam Goody or whatever and be like, hey, can you play this and tell us who this artist is? And they were so good at that time. Like we literally did get music that way. And then whoever was working in the record store would actually be like, oh, if you like that, you'll really like this. And, give us other CDs of other artists. And back in the day when we had like Borders and like Tower Records, that's how I started to find new music before I actually started buying vinyl records, before I started DJing, basically.
That's crazy because I used to listen to the same radio stations growing up, but I never thought about that. I do, now that you mentioned it, I did hear that in the background. But what I would do is listen to it, of course, Friday and Saturday nights when they were live at some club. That's when I would record it and edit out from cassette to cassette, like the commercials, and then take them out and play for friends. Because that's kind of like before I had equipment, that's how you would do it. So
100%.
That was another way to do it. That's amazing. We try to find new music somehow when we were kids. That's awesome.
We had to do it somehow, I mean, like we weren't old enough to actually go to the clubs and talk to the DJs. We had to go to the stores and talk to people, and that was really cool working after college. I actually started working at Satellite Records on the Bowery. And at the time it was the largest independent dance music record store in the whole country. And this is like the early 2000s. And now it's the new museum. It's right at the corner where like the Whole Foods is. And so you really have to like talk to people that worked in the record store, and we would pull records for people, be like, okay, what kind of music you're into, whatever, because we would really curate. A lot of times I was working like the register. I wasn't so much like in the back, but people, will constantly ask me about different types of music or different artists. So it was really cool to be able to do that.
and also just being there. I remember going. Of course, I've shopped at record store. You know, I like. There were so many record stores in New York. You had to. I felt that like you went to one. Sure, some of them had the same records because they were big and they got the delivery in that week and everyone had it. But there were other records that you couldn't find on each store. But when you're working there at the store, they would play music constantly in the background, and then you would hear like, "Hey, what is that?" You know, and you must have been catching all of those good things.
Oh yeah, 100%, all the time. It was just constant, amazing exposure. Also, just like, you know, a lot of differing taste, right? So I was able to get outside of, because I really grew up and I fell in love like as a teenager early on with like trance music and like Paul Van Dyke. We're going to see them, as well as of course Sasha and Digweed at Twilo, Jonathan Peters at Sound Factory, like you name it. I remember seeing Tiesto, his debut in New York at Limelight, whenever that was, 98 or something like that.
Right.
And, but working in the record store really gave me a lot of exposure to all sorts of different genres of music. And so like the people I work with, they would make fun of me because I like trance music. But I feel like, you know, back then trance was the gateway genre, and now it's actually more EDM. Like EDM wasn't a thing. Like,
oh no, that came out later. They needed to compartmentalize the music, so that became like the genre for people that were, that's dance music. That's the unta music. That's what they used to call it.
Yeah, it's so weird because I think of like, you know, there's this really big separation of in our world, there's dance music and there's EDM. Yeah. And we don't like to, when people say, I like EDM, I'm like, wait a second, hold on. Because it really means two different things. And some people are like, no, it's all dance music. But this is actually a really fierce, like aesthetic debate, because we don't like EDM at all, you know? And for us, that's like basically poppy crap, you know, music.
Like watered down music. Yeah. No. That's how you start. You find these new, and I don't even think back then there were, how do I say, like Carl Cox. I found him in a CD when I was traveling Europe, but when he had his first time coming over here, he still wasn't big, but you knew him and through the underground and stuff like that. But he was still huge, like Tiesto huge, but like in the techno world. So when you would hear about Tiesto, we would hear, there were some songs that would cross over that you had to say, no, that's a good song, like Café de Mar, you know, those kind of tracks that like they would stand out, you know, Children, you know, by Robert Miles, you know, all of those songs, you know, they're like, yeah, sure, they were trance, but you couldn't deny that they were good songs. So any way that we were able to get in, the point is for people that like when they come in, they should go and explore and find different avenues and different ways, like what else is out there, not just be spoon-fed whatever they're trying to give you, because then you won't explore good music or you won't find it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, everyone's on their journey, right? Like back then, I was just so in love with trance, and everyone has their own pacing. So eventually I really started, within a couple of years, I really started to branch out. It was still like the early 2000s. And then I went to Ibiza for the first time in 2005, went again in 2007. And so that also was like such a great time to actually explore different genres of music and get exposed to all different sorts of like parties and genres, whatever. But I will say it was really magical, as you remember, in New York. I mean, like, even after like Giuliani's reign of terror ended, there were still a lot of really great venues. You know, even these smaller venues in the West Village, there was like Club Love, it was Joe Clausel's club, and Sullivan Room, and these little venues where I would just honestly, like, no matter where I went, I would always bump into people. If it was even at the big clubs, we would have these huge meetups, but like there were so many amazing smaller venues that were playing like amazing music where you could support like your local friends for like basically for free. Back when we used to go out in Manhattan, before Brooklyn had anything, which was really interesting. You know, we
Right,
never
Brooklyn
went out
came
in
out.
Brooklyn.
Yeah, no. It started in Williamsburg. I
Yes.
remember little by little there was like some small spots because what happened when you were talking about the Giuliani, more people might not understand. He was the mayor, and at that time he wanted dance music to stop. Like you would go to a bar, and the DJ would play music, and you'd start moving around, and the security guard would tap you in the shoulder. Sorry, no dancing. You know, it's kind of like weird. It's like, so
it
what
was
do
a
you do?
literal footloose situation because of the outdated, the obsolete cabaret laws, which now, for the most part, we've managed to. I say we, but a lot of people, not myself. I've not at like community board meetings, but people like Greg Miller.
But we were there supporting it. Yeah.
Who started the dance parade, and he really has taken up the helm to fight these cabaret laws, because most of New York up until recently was zoned for residential, and there was some law within that said like you cannot dance basically in these areas, and it ended up being like 80% of New York. So there was a bunch of other like laws that made it really difficult. So like for whatever reason, I mean, it was a lot of things. On a federal level, you had people like Joe Biden actually as a senator who passed it was like the Rave Act, and that started a lot of crackdowns across the country in the name of, you know, getting rid of illegal drugs and keeping people safe. But it ended up more so just being punishment rather than actually helping anyone, because everyone knows that like you're never going to keep the party drugs out of the party scene. And we've seen a lot of really amazing examples of different countries who have decriminalized drugs and actually make it safer for people. And we have all these wonderful organizations like Dance Safe, where they'll do pop-ups at like festivals and whatnot, so you can get reagent kits and test your psychedelics and test your party drugs. And the fact is that like, you know, these drugs were, not to get into a whole conversation about this, but like very quickly, like things like MDMA were originally developed for therapy. Then it got into like the party scene, right? Because they realized it was a really amazing heart-opening drug, medicine. And then now we're living in this renaissance of psychedelic drugs and entheogenic drugs like MDMA. And guess what? They're using them for therapy again.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Yep.
Mushrooms.
Exactly,
LSD,
mushrooms. I was about to say that as
ketamine,
well.
MDMA. We were so criticized and hated on for so long, and I understand that there are safety issues, of course, but even today, nightlife and raving and clubbing has such a negative stigma. But I can say without a shadow of a doubt, dancing saved my life. I never did psychedelics or party drugs or anything like that until I was much older. I just had the fear of God instilled in me, and there was some addiction in my family. But raving saved my life, because it's just like that, just like the song, like not everyone understands house music, you know? It's a spiritual thing, a
totally
body thing.
A soul thing.
A soul thing.
Yeah.
And it really is our church. It really is our religion. And you think about it in a ritualistic way. There's repetitive music, there's smoke, there's lights. And you actually do see this in different religions and in different forms. And a lot of religions also do use, you know, different types of like sacraments, if you will. And if you go to like ancient not mythology, but ancient texts, like there's now confirmed research on the ancient Greeks that were practicing early Christianity that were actually using basically an element that you find in LSD, basically. And that was part of their religious practice. Like doing
it makes sense. It makes sense. I mean, like, and you think about it, they were really targeting electronic music, but now MDMA isn't all genres. I've seen it in hip hop clubs. It's everywhere.
Oh,
so,
for sure. Yeah.
You know, they were trying to target us, but they didn't see that people just went somewhere else and did it on their own. So instead
100%,
of trying, right,
you know,
instead of like criminalizing it, they should have tried to like see a different way. But like you see, like now New York, they legalized marijuana. Now, they saw that's an avenue of profit for the city. And
Oh, yes.
as long as everybody, but the same thing happened with alcohol. And I believe alcohol is way more dangerous than a lot of other drugs
Way
that are
more
out there.
dangerous
Right.
than literally
So-
any drug. Literally.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I guess the baby steps, maybe the government understands and sees. And as long as they see, all right, people doing the right thing, maybe they leave
Just
us
care
alone.
about making money, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why. I mean, I think like the cat's out of the bag, and also like they could, especially in the last like decade or so, 2 decades, they realize that they're not going to stop people from actually waking up, and that we know the truth behind what these substances, how they can actually improve our lives. And that the lie that we've been sold about like these other things that are legal are just keeping us asleep. So now they're like, well, the cat's out of the bag. How can we make money off of all of this now? Because that's all they're ever interested in, But I think more than anything else, it's like that it's the culture of rave, it's the culture of plur, and this is what we need. Plur is peace, love, unity, respect, of course, and like the second you walked in a door at a rave or at a club, like at most clubs, it was like, yeah, maybe the security was a little rough or something like that. And they were kind of being mean, like as they are wont to do sometimes. But like the culture is always about like befriending the stranger, having conversation, or not talking, just grooving out on the dance floor. And everyone was supposed to feel welcome, and not to say like, sometimes people did not have good times, or like people may have experienced things that were not good or dangerous in different clubs and raves, but like again, the ethos is there, and that's still something that I very much promote, even with like tiny raves. But we'll talk about that project in a bit.
Yeah, no, there's a sense of community when you go into these raves. When you go in there, people just want to embrace you. You become friends, and you find lifetime friends. You were going there because you felt like an outsider. You didn't belong to the commercial world in ways, and you would find your people in there. And so that's what Plur came about. Yeah, when you're in there, that's what everybody does. Not because you're forced to do it, but because that's what you're there for. You want that. Now that as we continue this electronic music venture in our world, we still push that. I still push that. I still push like community and going into community. One of your other hats that you wear, you're also a community builder. Can you go into that?
Yeah, totally. So it really, I even though I was born and raised here, I lived away for like literally half of my life. I went away to college, and then like I briefly came back, worked at Satellite Records, and then I moved away to Milan, to Berlin, and then I went to grad school, became a professor, had this whole long journey of coming back to this area, and where my family is, or most of them anyway, and then basically I went into corporate America, and then like basically the pandemic, or actually I was in an educational technology startup. Pandemic happened, and my ex and I were really sick of Zoom dance parties, and we're like, let's throw a party on a beach just for our friends, and it was nice. 2020. Beach was like a safe, ventilated area, and it was just like 50 of us. We literally didn't even have a DJ. I played a Birds of Mine SoundCloud set, like one of my favorite Birds of Mine DJ sets. And it was just so amazing and so needed and so necessary. And we're like, wow, we have to do that again. And because dancing is a ritual that we've been doing since the dawn of man, and it's primordial, it's in us, it's ancient, and art gathering, right? So, and gathering in nature. So it's gathering in nature and dancing. All those things are just who we are as humans. That is such a link to like the beginning of mankind. So with that, we're like, okay, let's do another one. And we did another one the next weekend, and 250 people showed up. And then the next 300, 350, 400, like it kept on growing and growing. And it rapidly became people that like friendships, best friendships, people met at these parties that then got married. Like it just became such a wonderful community. And it was always based on the ethos of Plur without even having to say Plur, but
Right.
it was all about authenticity, kindness, generosity. I mean, we did parties for years that were like free and then donation based. And everything that we built, like me and my crew, it was all from these donations. Eventually we did sell tickets to our events because the productions became so big, but people knew that it was like the friendliest, most family, wholesome vibe that you could find at any party. And part of it is because this whole vision was like my inner child come to life, you know, and I was always, still am, obsessed with the moon and the ocean. And this grew into like parties that would have 1,000 people easily. And I would make things appear at sunrise, like a 14-foot trampoline would appear at sunrise, or a 6-foot beach ball, or like a slip and slide that would go into the ocean. And it was all just like, these are the things that I loved as a kid and still love as an adult. And you're getting lasers and cryo cannons and 6-point sound and like, you know, insane production. I mean, it would take us like a 16-foot box truck full to the gills just to produce these parties, which were secret parties at night, like overnight in New York City. And somehow we never got in trouble. But it was
That's
like,
great.
Imagine just like a rave, but it's like a family picnic and people are bringing coolers and food and setting up snack stations and Reiki stations. And it was literally the best. And I really think that, you know, if you can take out the seriousness of partying and you can make it about rediscovering your inner child and have amazing music, that's just like the recipe for an incredible community and party series.
Yeah, no, it sounds like you made a dream come to life with the stars, and then you're playing and you're by the water. You just really made an environment that people want to keep going back to more and more. And I see what you mean by community builder.
Yeah, and every year then we became involved with a festival called Calling All Magical People, and we designed a stage every year, and it was often like just a fever dream of mine. I'm like, this is what the stage is going to be this year, guys. And I literally designed it on like Google Drawings. And then my head of production, he would flesh it out on like AutoCAD and all that. And our crew is like, seriously, like I would joke around and call them Ocean's 13. We had one of the senior lighting designers from the Sphere was part of our crew. Ooh, we had an electrical engineer that would literally make fireproofers. Like he made a 40-foot firepoofer, like have the video proof. It's like we had insane talent on our team. So we'd like design the stage and make the stage. And every year we would have this like community builder forum as part of the festival, which I would also DJ. I became music director of the whole festival as well. And we would talk about what it means to just like, it's not just throwing a party. You're holding space for people to feel like their most authentic selves. And oftentimes, that's exactly the same feeling you had when you were like 7, 8 years old and having the time of your life and playing with your friends. It's the same exact feeling. That's all we're trying to do is recreate that joy that we experienced as kids. And we never really like change. We're all like adults, but we're also those little kids. We just have more expensive toys. Like now we have CDJs. Those are our toys, right? Ableton and like our keyboards or synths or whatever.
It's an experience. Talking about little kids, you're now educating little kids about what it is, right? If we could go into that. This is Tiny Rave?
Yes. So this is like really a dream come true for me. I had thought about this a while ago. And it's funny, when you write down your dreams and maybe you forget about them for a while, like this one, and then suddenly, like years later, you realize, oh, it's actually happening. I forgot about it. And the universe is like, yes, bitch, because I only know 2 different responses. Yes or yes, but not right now. So everything is happening. So basically, A friend of mine who is one of the co-owners of Bogart House, which is a venue, beautiful venue here in Brooklyn, approached me with this idea about throwing like a proper party, a safe party for parents and their children. And I was like, oh my God, this is like a dream come true, like a legit kid disco. And they also have Function One sound, by the way. It's like a legit venue. Yeah. And so I just ran with it. He's like, you're the perfect person. I want you to run with this. This can be your baby. I do not have kids, by the way. Like, I feel like my creations and my music production, all these companies are like my babies. So yeah, we're in, it's a couple of things. It's like, you know, parents who don't go out partying anymore, they can come to this party with their kids. It's only 90 minutes. So it's 90-minute slots, right? I'm DJing. We're playing real classics, house and techno rave classics with the best of modern dance music at a safe level for your kids' ears. We'll have roving entertainers. We'll have a vendor marketplace. And basically you get to re-experience those amazing core memories, then now like make those also with your children. So, and I think like, for me, I'm just like, I don't think that we need all these like nursery rhyme remixes or kids bop. I think kids deserve the real thing. And I'm like, let's give them the real experience and let's help instill the values of Plur to the next generation, because this is really what the world needs right now. And if they can feel that in a lived experience, what better than that can we offer the world, you know?
What you're doing is such a great way for the little ones to see this is doable or this is a reality when they're young. And then they're going to take that idea and then when they're in their early 20s and when it's time for them to do productions and events, they're going to come up with some crazier ideas, because you might not think you're planting the seed to something that in the future they'll be like, oh no, we got to make it bigger than that. They're not going to do the exact same thing. They're going to want to take that idea and help it grow, create something. Yeah. And you're part of that. And you're like one of the people that are doing it. And that's amazing. I think like later on, people are going to see it more and more like, oh, you were Tiny Rave. Me too. When I was a kid, talking about it, if I was a kid there.
Yeah. I want this to grow into a community. Ideally, I want families to be able to come. There's different themes, by the way, for the different tiny raves that we're planning on doing. But it's like, I want families ideally to come to these parties and find other families that they can befriend, right? I want them to be like, come to this party, like, oh, these are my people. We need community more than ever, especially in this country and what's happening, not to be political, but I do think we know that dance music and techno, this is all political, right? If you look at the roots of dance music, it was people who felt, particularly people of color, who were marginalized, who felt like they did not have a safe place. Many of them still don't have a safe place. So they gathered and danced. They let it out. And so even if you look back to David Mancuso's loft parties, he started those as rent parties. And February 14th, 1970, he's deceased now. He dropped out of the physical, but those parties still live on. And his loft parties were a safe place in a time in New York. It was super dangerous, first of all, in New York, but you had gay rights, civil rights, women's rights, Vietnam War protests going on. And people were like, the world was like, this country was like blowing up. And so he provided a safe place for people to authentically express themselves. That is the culture of rave right there. And if you look back to club culture, like the physical structures of clubs, he was the first one. This was before clubs were even a thing. So people of color, particularly Black people, invented dance music. House music and techno were invented by Black people. But if you could point back to like the actual structure of a club itself, that was David Mancuso.
Yeah, I love what he was doing back then. All those early disco events. And what I loved about David Mancuso is he wasn't mixing. He was playing one song, let the whole song play. So it was an appreciation to the music. And then the next song would come on, the whole song. And that's how a lot of these huge, amazing disco songs came out. And you learned about these crazy artists. Yeah. So the loft parties, do you know if they're still going on?
Yes, I became this is like the holy grail of partying. People do not understand. It is the longest running dance party in the history of the freaking world.
Wow.
And to make it to this party is so amazing and so wonderful. And you literally receive a paper invite in the mail. You pay by paper check, okay? And there's no social media, there's no nothing. And it is like a family reunion, like someone just got married, like it's amazing music, amazing sound. Everyone is so friendly. There's a full buffet. I mean, it is so beautiful. It's still in Manhattan. It happens 5 times a year only. And, it's kind of like the gold standard for the most unpretentious, beautiful dance party that there is. And in 2019, just a few months before lockdown happened, I was at a house party in Ridgewood, Queens, and I was in the kitchen talking to someone. And I basically, just to give you the kind of context here, I was reading lots of books and articles and magazines all about like dance music when I was a kid. I mean, I was a teenager, 14, 15, and I had known about David Mancuso at like 14 years old. And I always felt this kinship with him. I was always like, why do I feel like I know this person? And I could not understand it because I wasn't even like a huge fan of disco at that time in my life, either. And I'm like, whatever, he's from New York, I'm from New Jersey, both Italian American, I don't know. And so back to Ridgewood, Queens. I'm at this party talking to this gentleman in the kitchen, and one thing leads to another. We're talking about what we do and dance music and whatever. And he says he has helped to organize this party, that's been a really long standing party. And I'm like, wait a second. I was like, his name is Ernest. And I was like, shut up. I was like, you're Ernest? Like you're talking about the loft parties? You're Ernest?
You know who he was.
I have literally read interviews about you in magazines and online. Like, are you shitting me? And he immediately made me a member of the Loft. So
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. And I think like just to tie everything up, it's like, again, with Tiny Rave or with D Playa or with like David Mancuso and his parties, like, I think we're finally at a time where we can really instill these values in like our crowds and our kids, because we can be open about this stuff. We can be like, hey, this is what it's actually about. There's no reason for this music or our scene, quote unquote, to be stigmatized, because for all of us, we can all categorically say that we're in this scene because it makes us happier. We don't go to escape. We go to connect more deeply with ourselves and with the people in the room. And that's what people don't understand about clubbing or raving or dance music.
It's funny. We're you and me, we live in New York. We're surrounded by millions of people every day and everything. But it's hard to connect. Everybody is kind of like, you do have your New York shade. Like, what do you want? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when you go to a club, that just disappears. And I've always noticed that I found that at a rave or at a electronic music party. Nobody's there for anything other than, I just want to hear good music and be around a good environment and good people and hang out with friends. And that's me. That's exactly and electronic music, since I was a kid, always looked to me as the future. Oh, music being done with computers. Oh, but now it became more of a deeper connection that I hear 120 beat. You could get into it so much easier because it's a natural thing. Like you saying, when you were in Europe growing up, I know because I have friends from Europe and they say over there, dance music was on the radio all the time. It took so long for that to happen here in the United States.
Yes.
And now
don't you remember waiting? You're like, come on, I can't wait for this to happen in the 90s. And now we're here. It is happening.
Yes.
It's here. It's finally here.
I know. And the kids here, they're very lucky. You're able to catch all these people, especially the internet. You're able to hear somebody's set that was from another country. Back then, we would get like, yo, I got this Belgian cassette from a DJ. We were like, put it on, whatever it was. We were like blown away. We were just floored by all the new sounds and everything. So we're lucky in that sense now that we could connect. But now what you're doing and like the Loft and all that stuff, kind of putting it out in a proper way. So when people do go, it's not like I'm just going to a rave or a party. No, you're going to an experience, and that's hopefully going to lead into better experiences in future events.
Yes, 100%. And, the one thing I will say is that there are few parties that are trying to do this. However, with David Mancuso, one thing that many people don't know about him is that he grew up in an orphanage. And he then in Utica in upstate New York, and then he moved down to New York City. He was like, I'm gonna make my life there, and he started doing these loft parties, which are rent parties, by the way. He paid, a lot of people did this. He paid his rent with those parties, and then basically, like a year or two doing these parties, he got back in touch. Someone from his orphanage got back in touch with him, and they were having a phone conversation, and this person was like, David, do you remember like our time at the orphanage? And he's like, not really, And he was like, well, don't you remember Sister Alicia? Every Saturday she would put on records for us and blow up tons of balloons and put little toys inside the balloons for us. And we would have a dance party. And he was like, holy shit, I have been recreating my childhood with the loft parties. He literally, that's literally the design. Like still, every loft party follows the template that he created. The whole ceiling is covered in balloons, right? And they used to put little toys in, they don't anymore. But that's part of the design. And there's a lot more that I can go into, but like he was recreating his childhood. You're experiencing David's childhood when you go to his party, just like when you came to Deep Play, you were experiencing my childhood.
Right, exactly. So that's why how you're creating these new events and like the tiny rave and stuff. One day people are going to be trying to recreate their childhood with this. Yes. So you're planting an amazing seed. That's such a good energy that you're giving out into the world.
That's what it's about, right? Yeah. Raise the collective vibration, raise the frequency, but you have to be the change that you want to see in the world. And I get down on myself. And even this morning I was having some worries and anxieties, ticket sales and this and that. And I'm like, okay, can't worry about that. Anxiety is about the future. Come back to like the present moment, stay present.
And the universe is on your side, I feel. It's like, always. If you give out great stuff to the universe wants to take care of their own. You are also doing, I saw you have like a mix series when it comes to, how do I say? I really don't know how to describe it, but I kind of saw it on your IG. Something about like depending. Okay, can you go explain? Because I don't want to come out the wrong way.
Okay. I'm always, just like we were talking about earlier, when you're creative in so many different ways. Like you cannot stop creating. So I do like design stages. I do product innovation. I really find ways that are interesting to kind of marry and join the different ideas I have with music, whether it's music production. But then I was like, I've been a student of Western astrology for a long time. I recently started to delve into Eastern astrology, and I've also studied Mayan astrology. And I am the sort of person who only in the last like 6-7 years, I started to really delve into spirituality a lot more, and especially with like medicine journeys and having done a lot of psychedelics, and really open myself up to that realm and working with different goddesses and that have just come to me in different medicine ceremonies. I don't even know who they are when they come to me. And I'm like, wow, this is freaking incredible. Anyway, so not too long ago, I thought about like, what if I could translate or interpret or channel different aspects of people's birth charts into a DJ mix, into music. And then I thought, man, I experience a lot on a personal and on a collective level because I absorb so much of the collective energy when we're going through major astrological transits, like full moons. I will always sleep less on a full moon, which is actually backed by science. People traditionally sleep a little bit less on full moons.
That's why it makes sense. I'm sorry to cut you off right there, but yeah, the last couple of nights there's been like a full moon. I'm like, what? Why did I get up so early?
Yes, it's a thing. It's backed by science. Right. So I thought about like, hey, I want to all these different astrological transits have archetypal energies, like the full moons and the Capricorn and the different zodiac signs and the different planets. They have archetypal energies. But when they're meeting in the sky for these different transits, then they form a different type of energy on top of that. So with these different transits, so we just had a full moon in Capricorn the same day that Mercury retrograde in Cancer started, and there's a bunch of other stuff going on. But I basically felt into the energies of that and what I was feeling personally, and I channeled that into a DJ mix. And this is becoming a ritual series, meaning like I'm producing these DJ mixes. I'm going to offer this as a monthly series, hopefully at this venue called Honey's, which is in Brooklyn, starting in the fall. And they have a custom sound system. It's just a beautiful space. And on top of that, I'm developing a web app so you could actually go to the website throughthestars.co soon. And you could actually input some of your info, like your birth date and location of your birth and time of your birth. It'll actually pull from Eastern, Western, and Mayan astrology and develop playlists for you, channeling those energies of what, like, different aspects of your birth chart. You'll select a different, like, aspect, or just for what the energies are for you today. And I do that personally as well. So you can actually order a custom channeled mix from me, or when the web app comes out, then you can actually just like use it to make playlists for yourself.
That's amazing. If anyone says that, what does this girl do? I don't mean to call you a girl, but what this lady does, you're just everywhere. And I don't know how you do it.
I can't stop.
Got so much motivation. And that's great. You're channeling your creativity. And it's just coming out. Like some people never try to even tap that and they're scared. And I feel that it's all inside of us, but
it is.
You're able to connect with it more and you're able to get a lot of stuff out. And I can't wait to see this app. And I hope people that are listening, like reach out to you and get their own playlist from you, because it sounds amazing. It sounds like such a good way to, like, you want to go on a drive. Why not drive something that was created universally for you? You know, that's, I mean, where else are you going to get that? No real other DJ is really presenting that. That's amazing that you're
and you don't have to believe in astrology at all. I think that, like, if you just like good music, and it's not all dance music, like it's about being seen. Like if you send me your information, you put in the website, whatever, like your birth chart information, I'm going to feel into the energy of that. I'm going to read about your birth chart and I'll be like, wow, there's some heavy energies that George is going through. I'm not going to put together a mix that's like all this happy music. No, it's about being seen, right? And then translating that into sound. And for me, my superpower is range. I have a record collection that I think is pretty stunning just in terms of the range of music. I literally have like psychedelic music from India in the 60s. I have Brazilian samba. I have indie folk music. It doesn't just span, I don't get to play a lot of this stuff out, which is why I'm starting that ritual series, at a venue. So I can go the full range, but I'm typically playing, dance like parties. Like I'm actually opening for Nick Warren on July 5th. I'm obviously gonna play more prog house and daytime, dance music. I can't whip out Brazilian samba and like maybe I could actually, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
So I'm giving myself the platform to connect with other people energetically and be able to really delve into how I can find music that appropriately suits and fits the energies that your birth chart and you are communicating to me in this time of your life or whatever.
That's insane. That's like so next level. And what you're doing is creating a new path that where many people haven't gone yet when it comes to that. And you're connecting all the dots of DJing, electronic music, or different music all around the world with the universe. Yeah. And that's your journey. That's amazing that you found it and you keep going and, there's no stopping you.
I'm just believing, and just like keeping on going. And Yeah, you were living in this human body, and sometimes you're like, we all worry about this and the bills and that and health and all that stuff. But I just keep locking into my soul's purpose, knowing that I'm here doing what I was meant to do on this planet in this lifetime. And I know that the universe, like you said, the universe has got our backs, and just believing that I will be taken care of because I'm so aligned and providing value in a different way, right? In these different ways for people.
Totally. Let me ask you, with the music, would you be putting any of your own productions, any of these mixes that you do?
I am just, after like a couple of months, I'm just getting back into production this week. I took a few months off. I was actually running a venue in Brooklyn, in Greenpoint, and I parted ways with this venue only about like 2.5 months ago. So it's been a 2.5 months of, I literally built out 7 different projects and concepts. I launched 3 companies. I got 9 DJ gigs in 2 months flat.
That's
2
great.
months. And so I basically, I was like, okay, now that those are all built out, like I have my personal brand website, I'm on social media, I'm not afraid of visibility, like I'm getting these DJ gigs, right? And I'm full-time entrepreneur, full-time DJ, artist, founder, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm like, okay, now I can actually get back into production. It wasn't a priority for me until I could like settle a few things in my life to make sure that I'm providing and paying the bills, for myself. And so I'm actually really excited to get back into it because one of the main things that I am working on and have been working on is actually updating old rave and techno classics with better bass lines, because we just literally didn't have the technology. And like, I have tracks that from the early 90s that I can't play out because it's like the bass is like, it's not where it needs to be. It sounds very tinny and compressed because it was just made with like analog technology. And it just, when you play these tracks like Vamp Outlander, for example, a classic acid house track, it's not going to hold a candle to today's productions. So part of what I'm doing is just releasing, and I don't even think I can release these like officially. I just have to like put them out there as like white label, releases. But we need to like bring these back for one. And yeah, I do have a couple of original productions that I'm working on. I have no doubt that this year I'll have 2 or 3 records that will be signed.
That's amazing. Those ones that you're talking about, the bootlegs and everything, you just put them bootlegs on SoundCloud. They blow up, and
100%.
You could give them as free downloads, or people want to give you money. I do agree on that. A lot of these old rave songs, they didn't have the know-how of sidechaining stuff. Sidechaining came in later, where they, so if you think about the bass and the kick, they knew like when they were playing at the same time, they were maxing out the level. So they didn't understand that they could take away some of the volume in the bass to make it sound thicker and pump. I totally understand. There's amazing. And you could even rework the arrangement a little, because those people that were producing back then, which I wasn't back then, back then equipment was so insane, and I come from like, we didn't have a lot of money, so if I was even to get a little Casio keyboard, I was so amazed, and back then the equipment was so expensive. So when people were creating music at that point, they would come up with the sound and come up with a loop, put it to tape, and that's all it was. So the arrangement wasn't really there. But now you're with technology. Now you could even separate everything and make it even a further along arrangement that has a story to it instead of it just like a track. I can't wait to hear your productions coming out. Talking about your music, you played last weekend. You did such a great set. You had everybody dancing. You just went everywhere. Your taste in music is really good. I can't wait for the listeners to hear this.
Thank you.
You like to go in different avenues. You just don't say, I just play electro, or am I correct?
100%. That's like the hardest thing for me, is like, well, like, what do you play? And I'm like, okay, it's been tough. I'm like, I think my signature, if I'm playing nighttime, I think my signature sound is really just emotionally powerful, soulful. It always has soul to it. House and techno and a little bit of Afro house. It's really hard to nail down any type of genre for me. And I think that's a superpower. The one thing I will say is like, as a former music director for a festival, like, the one thing I consistently saw was one-trick ponies. It's like people who only have one genre that they play. And I'm like, are you serious? There's so much amazing music out there. But again, like this, I have a lot of spicy opinions. And one of them is that most DJs are just playlists. Most DJs are not selectors. They don't know how to curate, and they definitely don't know how to storytell. They definitely don't know how to read the room. And, like it is what it is. People have access to the technology, and there were not a lot of DJs back in the day when you had to have like turntables and buy records. That shit was so expensive, right? But it's a different ballgame now. And I think that, like, not that anyone asked, but, one piece of advice for DJs is just like, explore, discover, experiment, live, but most of all, practice. Like DJs don't practice a lot of times because they just want the glory of the performance. And I'm like, well, you're not practicing deep listening. And deep listening is how you actually curate your own aesthetic and your own taste. And I guarantee you, if you're not having deep listening sessions with yourself and the music on high quality sound or in your headphones, you're a shitty DJ. I don't care what anyone has to say. Like,
I back you up on that. I'm sorry. I don't care if someone's listening like, what? No. I got Daniela's back on that because you know what? We've been doing this for a long time, like 20 years plus, it could even be more. But my point is that we appreciate it, we respect it. And when you play out, you have to read the room. You can't be playing super hard techno to like two people that just got there.
Exactly.
And what I love about electronic music, which I don't think in other genres is like that, is you could play a song that came out in the 90s, and to somebody that's never heard it, it's brand new. But while you go to other genres, you'll know the classics. If cover band starts playing, you'll know, I know that song. Sure, they'll play it differently, it's like a remix. But with electronic music, you discover music, and you're like, what is that? Oh, that came out in this year, that came out in that year. And that goes back to what you're saying is dig, explore, listen, find more stuff, because you'll find there's a bigger, wider library out there for DJs to play. I play like you. I go through everything. I can't pigeonhole myself to like one genre. It depends on what's going on or what's happening, or I see somebody likes this and you have fun with it. And I think that those are the best DJs because you never know where they're going to go. You said you have these people that just play one genre. All right, I know it's techno time or whatever. What if you're not in the mood for that? But when you're ready for an experience, those DJs like yourself, those are the ones that I can't wait to see what she plays next, because you're not on the road to predictability, which is great.
Yeah, and I think about like when you really understand how to read energy and read a room, it really is a divine dance because you are responding to the energy, but you're also, it's like you're leading and then you're following. You're leading and then you're following. Mm-hmm. So you're in direct communication with the crowd, but you also want to give the crowd something that they didn't know they wanted to hear, right? Like, wow, that is something, right? Whether it's like a surprise transition or a different type of really amazing, unique track or whatever, like experiment, I think that's really, really important. That's what not a lot of DJs are wanting to do. And I also think it's like, a lot of it is DJing. There's like the 80-20 rule, right? So like 80% of I think it's called the Pareto principle actually. And it's like 80% of the results come from 20% of the work. But when DJing, that is not true. Like it does not apply because DJing is like 99% prep, right? From practicing, getting new music, putting your crates together, cleaning it up, fucking putting your your memory cues. It's like insane. And it's 1% performance. And it's extremely solitary. You have to really, if you really want to be a DJ, you have to love to be alone. You need to be by your fucking self with your headphones on in your record box forever, you know? So, and I actually low key think that this is one reason of a few reasons. I mean, there's a lot of like male domination in this field, but I also think like women are so communally oriented. Many of us are not lone wolves. Like I happen to be a lone wolf, but like, you know, that's part of the reason why you don't see as many female DJs even today, because we're so not solitary creatures, you know?
Okay. Yeah, I'm all about equality. It doesn't matter, because if you're good, it doesn't matter who's back there. You know what I mean? If the person is good, the person is good.
I know. I wish that were the standard, but you know,
I know.
Look at Pasha. It's 2026. Look at Pasha's opening lineup. There were maybe like 3 women over the course of the whole opening week, And it's just like, you're pathetic. You have been around from like since 1950. So I don't even know, so long, 70s or whatever. And literally only a year ago, they named their first female resident DJ. It was Blondish. They never had a female resident DJ because they're super sexist and misogynist. So, you know, I want to support.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it fucking sucks. Like, it's just like, come on, man, get with the program. But that's what happens. And I'm here to change that. Like, I am here to transform and change nightlife. And I will when I have my venue, which I will in a few years.
if I could mention to the listeners right here. So when I was getting ready for the next guest, what I do is I start listening to their stuff. I put on a mix of Daniela's first track. Bam. Wow, she knows this song? No way. And I haven't heard that song in a long time too. But I was like, okay, cool. I'm listening. I'm having fun. I'm driving. Bam, the next song. Another one. Oh, wow. I had to start going through and I just started like skipping really quick. And that was it. And then when we spoke, the way you talk about community, about the world, about everything, I'm like, wow, we connect in so many ways. You're kind of one of the reasons I started electronic rhythm. This is artists that wants to break the barriers and give the world. And it doesn't matter if you're female, it doesn't matter. It was amazing. Your work speaks for itself. And I'm hoping that people hear it when they hear your mix. And going on forward, you guys have to follow her. You guys have to get to know more about her. Anything else coming up that I maybe I didn't cover? Are you probably?
Oh man, thank you. Thank you for all those kind words. Yeah,
it's true.
You know, we got the show on Sunday with Nick Warren, daytime party, outdoors, come through. I'll be on from 2 to 4. It's Sunday, July 5th. Then I'm playing at Unveiled, which is a club in Williamsburg in the basement of the William Vale Hotel on Thursday for a party called Thursdays Are Casual. And that's like a 9 to 1 a.m. party since it's a weeknight. And then we got, so that's July 9th. And then July 19th is the launch of Tiny Rave. So it's tinyrave.co. Sign up for the email list or just, you can follow me on Instagram. It's Daniela_Starcat.
We're going to have all her links. Daniela, I really appreciate this interview. So amazing. We got to know more about you, more what makes you work. And, well, actually, the universe makes you work, but I mean, like, more what you're doing and your avenues of creativity. Thank you so much. And thank you for what you're doing for the scene, too. You know, we appreciate everything.
Thank you for having me on. Such a pleasure to call you my friend now, to collaborate, to be on your podcast. Yes, exactly. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
We're hoping that we'll be able to collaborate with more stuff in the future. We got a lot of plans, a lot of things coming up in the future. Daniela is on our side. We have Ondas. He's around. We got other people that want to do a lot of stuff. We all want to give a great music to the world, great environment, great experiences for everyone. We hope you guys join us, and we'll be in touch again. Stay tuned for Daniela's mix. Daniela, thanks again. Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye.
This is electronicrhythm.com.
Shut okay? Even the girls, them too. You better stop it just so you don't have a career. You'll have a career. And I'll tell you, get out of here. See? It goes like this. You ain't making love with girl, tell me to come. Say she want the daughter cause she already have the son. And if I don't come quick, I can't forget it. So me draw some jinxing and I take one sip. Should I see me just a gallop like a horse I get whipped. Come quick. Whoa, 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 whoa. She said you are love and not another. Although some may change, but no, you will never go.
True house music is an instrument of God.
This is true house music.
is it something else? Ooh, do we share it? Or am I in this by myself? I feel it burning. You know I'm yearning for you. Can you tell me so? I know if this is love. I seen you try to switch it up, but girl, you ain't that dude. I'm the Wonder Woman, let me go get my role. I'm a supermodel and mommy, see mommy. Amnesty International got Bangkok to my talk on long. Love my ass and my abs in the video for promiscuous. My style is ridiculous. You see us in the club, we'll be acting real nice. You see us on the floor, you've been watching all night. You see us in the club, we'll be acting real nice. You see us on the floor, you've been watching all night. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me.
When Timbo is in the party, everybody put up their hands. I get a half a meal for my beats, you get a couple grand. Never gon' see the day that I ain't got the upper hand. I'm respected from California, A way down to Japan. I'm a real producer and you just a piano man. Your song don't top the charts, I heard them, I'm not a fan. Niggas talking greasy, I'm the one that gave them their chance. Somebody need to tell them that they can't do it like I can.
Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. If you see us in the club, we'll be acting real nice. If you see us on the floor, you'll be watching all night. If you see us in the club, we'll be acting real nice. If you see us on the floor, you'll be watching all night. If you see us in the club, we'll be acting real nice. If you see us on the floor, you'll be watching all night. If you see us in the club, we'll be acting real nice. If you see us on the floor, you'll be watching all night.
Right about now, massive and true. You don't know, say a job I pass through. And right now, we have the biggest group singers them right now. Brand new to the market. Mr. Everybody worldwide. Get used to that group, yeah. You don't know. So right now, girls.
Move your body, girl, makes the fellas go. The way you ride it, girl, makes the fellas go. Move your body, girl, makes the fellas go. The way you ride it, girl, makes the fellas go. girl, makes the fellas go. The way you ride it, girl, makes the fellas go.
Slow wine, slow wine, slow wine, slow wine. Fast wine, fast wine, fast wine, fast wine. Move the body, 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 move the body.
shape. Listen as we listen to simple time. As we listen to simple sound. We put magic into our dream and make shapes on paper. With pencils dressed in dress costumes while we resume our past lives now. Taking the present moment in hand, calling the days nights. As we stand for love. Stand for love. I am stripped down, sometimes bare, so that I can hear the whisper from my spiritual sisters. One kind as recollection bleeds from fingers while writing poems that shine. With all hours rolled together like no time to be free. Yes, to be free. To feel the same.
got your back.
Switch myself in mode, try
Monday to Friday, Friday to Sunday. I love it. I work. So when I say come on, I mean come on. You've got to work with me. Nah, I don't want to see any fake ass workers. I need real builders. Work. Work it. Work. Work to be a winner. Sweat. Work it. Sweat. Sweat to be a winner. I wanna smell you. Yeah, I wanna smell you. I wanna smell you even from far away. I wanna smell you. I wanna feel you. So I can know if you're a winner, baby. Work. Work it. Work. Work to be a winner. Winners, work it good. Sweat. Sweat to be a winner. How does that feel? Tell me, how does that feel? Is sweat dripping down your balls? Well, then you're not a winner yet. But come on. Work. Work it. Work. Work to be a winner. Sweat. Work it. Work. Work to be a winner. So now that we've got an understanding, I need to explain one last thing to you. When I say work, I mean you've got to work for yourself. Love yourself. Feed yourself. So you can be a winner. All together. Work. Work it. Work. Work to be a winner. Winners, work it good. Sweat. Sweat to be a winner. Work. Yeah, work it. Work. Work to be a winner. Winners, work it good. Sweat. Sweat to be a winner. See you later.
visit electronicrhythm.com.